So, a lot has happened since I had the camera turned off. I just innocently went in and plugged it in for a little bit. Then my dad showed up, and like 3 hours passed because that's what happens. So, everything was buttoned up. We could not get the brakes to bleed. We unhooked everything. I had brake fluid here, there, and eventually when we get a little bit of air through the lines here and there, but can't get anything past. So right down there, it's brake proportioning valve. I'm about ready to pull it to see if that is the problem. So we'll pull it off there and we'll go from there. Bet you them are through bolts right there. I mean, how would I have guessed that? You know? That would have been crazy. Huh? Gotta watch that brake line. That sucker ain't got much life left in him. So, I don't even know. Hope you won. Unnecessary. Looks like at one time those two things were connected. I don't think they're connected anymore. Ain't got a single place to do anything here. And what's funny is, as you all know, I just put this fender on this whole girl this morning. So this would have been nice to figure out beforehand, but here we are. So we've had a few things here last few days. Replaced the master cylinder and all the lines. I can't remember what I recorded and what I didn't. But you know, you get into old rusty stuff, might as well just replace everything, and that's kind of what we ended up doing. Master cylinder and a lot of the lines run into some problems down low here, but I think I got everything good to go. We did not bleed the brakes. We gravity bled them. We got fluid to both front brakes. I haven't done anything with the rear brakes yet. I will, but for right now we've got some pretty good, decent weather for the time of year, and I need to get the bed wire wheel down, cleaned up a little bit. I don't want to do that in the garage. I want to pull it outside and do that. So I'm going to throw these tires back on. I already threw the other side on. I'm getting ready to throw this back on, but everything underneath's buttoned up. We should actually be good with the brakes until we get to the point where we actually bleed the whole system and make sure, you know, there's good brakes and everything. So we will get started on that right now. That's what you're supposed to do. You let something off the jack, just let it down as fast as possible. The actual little pump I put on this, the block pump, just doesn't keep up. It leaks off, so I ordered an inline put in there with it. stinking thing. We'll get her. Today we're gonna work on, we're gonna install this electric fuel pump in line there in front of the tank. The truck does, I think, need it. We bought the factory block pump, put it on it to save a little money. I should have went with a big electric fuel pump in the beginning, but I didn't. You know, trying to like actually budget. It was pretty much $50 difference, but I went ahead and picked this big Chinese pump here up for like $10 just as like a helper pump. But we're on high rev. I'm running out of fuel, so I don't believe that the factory block pump is good. Even though it's brand new, I don't think it's very good. You get that sometimes in this high-end stuff that you buy. So I'm going to install this back right in front of the tank, like a foot in front of the tank, and see if that helps us out in the just keep up fuel pressure. We're also having a issue with fuel back off. Truck sets for a couple days. Takes forever to get fuel pumped up to the carburetor, and you just got to sit there and wind on it. I don't like doing that. So hopefully this will help in that. If it does, I'll know that it's not another issue. But I do believe the fuel is just leaking back off. So I believe this will actually help in two different ways. So we'll go ahead and get crawled underneath the truck here and get it all get ready and get this put on the line. And we're in up here. I finally found a non-constant that actually runs off the switch. Not 100% sure what it is, but it shuts off with a switch. I was going to try to track it down, but wiring in something that's 40 plus years old is, the labels done wore off on it. So here we are. We'll get this here all done up. I found one on the frame rail, but I don't know what it went to. I backtracked. It had some casing on it that looked like it was the same casing that was going to the transmission. So I was like, we'll just leave that one alone, because I couldn't think of what it was either. So one of those days where this here, I've got about 5 sets of these little pliers here for wire stripping, and wouldn't you know it, I would grab, maybe not the worst pair I am, we're real close to it. So we got our wire here. We are going to run a quick test before I run anything underneath. So there we are. But alright, we'll test this. I'm going to try to finish wiring up this fuse in this line for the pump. And somehow I have forgotten what is going on here. Alright, got them two. This one, yep. Alright. So we'll braid these three together. That way we do have a fuse inline. It's a 15 amp carrier, so it should be good. Actually, I think I do have one inline left. Alright. We got our little electric fuel pump on mounted. Almost completely hooked up here. I had one of these with me. Put it on there brand new out of the box, stripped. It's like nice. So I climbed back out and got another one. Hopefully this one here will actually tighten down. Yet to be seen. But when I was crawling around under here, I had dropped the tank outside while trying to work on other things. I had to run a new fuel line. I was outside and in a hurry in the gravel. So I was kind of in a hurry, just I wanted to get the truck fired up so I can drive it into the garage. But in doing so, I seen this strap. The whole thing's in really good shape, but the strap somehow, while I was tightening it down, kicked back. I don't even know how it's held there. So once I get this tightened down and all the plumbed in and make sure it works, I'll throw the jack under this tank and take that strap back off and put it back where it's supposed to be. I don't even know how that held, but here we are. The Lord loves me, I guess. Let me power wire. Yeah. So we'd probably cut that old girl off right there. Oh, I forgot my strippers. Son of a gun. Imagine that. I really don't want to crawl back out of here. Let's see if I can do it. That's why they say you should always carry a pocket knife with you. But no, I do not. It's just not gonna happen, Captain. Well, poo. And I own 18 pair of wire strippers. The only pair that I ever grab is the worst ones I own. I need to just throw them away so I'll stop grabbing them. Give them to somebody. Look here you go, bud. Get you some nice wire strippers. Oh my. Here's what you're doing. That'd be great. Now, make sure your thumb isn't inside the pliers. When squishing things. Oh, it's tight. Alright. Hey, thanks for watching another episode of Rescue Shop. Once again, we lost a few files, but we ended up getting fuel pump on. Everything worked correctly. We really appreciate everybody watching and being a part of this channel. We love you and God bless.